Good morning, dear students. How are you? Welcome in part 2 of the revision sheet. Okay, let's complete. We have reached until this point. Okay, remember when he asks you to write an equation, okay, in slope intercept form. So he asks me to write an equation. So this is the required. I'm going to write an equation in which form? Slope intercept form. And I have to know the slope intercept form rule or equation. It's y equal mx plus b. This is very important. And he gives me here the slope -2. So instead of m, I write -2. Okay, x. And I have here the y-intercept is 4. The y-intercept, which is b, is 4. So I will write here 4. So it's easy like that. Okay, let's see example 2. Find the slope here. Find the slope of a line perpendicular to PQ. Okay, here he asks me to find what slope. So this is the required. And this slope is perpendicular to a line. Perpendicular. So this is very important. Perpendicular means what? If I have m1 and m2, the slope of the first line and the slope of the second line, so they are negative. Yes, they are negative reciprocals. Negative reciprocals means what? If I have here 1, if I have here, for example, 2, so the next slope will be what? Will be 1 over 2 negative. Okay? Okay, so let's solve this, guys. I have here, find the slope of a line perpendicular to PQ. Okay, I have the points -2 and -4, and I have 4 and 3. So what do you think we are going to use? What I have here, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. When you have all of these points, so I'm going to use what? Here, m equal y sub 2 minus y sub 1, x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so y sub, where is y sub 2? I write here, okay, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, 4, 4, and I have here y sub 2. Okay, this is 2. So let's solve. I have here what? Y sub 2 is what here is 3 minus, this is y sub 2, minus y sub 1, which is -4, open bracket, -4. You have two negatives, open bracket, over, divided over x sub 2, which is here 4, minus x sub 1, up, -2, open bracket, -2. So 3, you have negative brackets, so 3 plus 4 will be 7, and I have here 4 negative, open bracket, so negative times negative positive, 4 plus 2 equals 6, 7 over 6. So since I have here the slope is 7 over 6, this is the first slope. What's the second slope? Perpendicular to the second line. When I say perpendicular, so okay, make them upside down. Here 6 up, 6 over 7, and we have this is positive, so make it negative. So the second slope is -6 over 7. Okay, guys? Okay, write an equation. He asks me to write an equation. This equation in the form of slope intercept form, I have mentioned this before. Let's move. Write an equation this time, okay, which is in form of point slope. So I have to study well the point slope and the slope intercept form. Slope intercept form, y equal mx plus b. We all studied this well. What about the point slope? It comes from its name, point slope. Point slope, guys, it's y minus y1 equal, okay, open bracket, here x minus x sub 1, and we write here the slope m. Okay, so point, it comes from its name, point, y minus y sub 1, x minus x sub 1, and point, and put here the m. Okay, y, I don't know the value of y. Y sub 1, you have here y sub 1, I have here x sub 1 for 8 and y sub 1 for 1. So y minus y sub 1, y sub 1 is 1, equal m here negative 3 over 4. Okay, x, I don't know the value of x sub 1 is 1. So this is the answer, miss. Yes, this is the answer. Let's move to the geometry, guys. What's the complement of an angle with measure 17 degrees? Okay, complement means what? 90 degree. So 90 degree minus the 17 degrees gives me 73 degrees. So this is the angle which complements the angle of measure of angle 17. What does it mean? I have here, okay, I have here, when I say complement, the sum of the complement give me 90 degree. Okay, the sum of the complement 90 degree, and if I say supplement, it will be 180 degrees. Let's move to this example. This is important example. I have here a word problem. After an accident, the positions of cars are measured by law enforcement to investigate the collision. Use the diagram here drawn from the information collected to find measure of angle XYZ. XYZ. This is what should I know? I want to know the angle XYZ. This is XYZ. So I have here this triangle. This triangle we have measure 62 and the other here angle 40. And I want to know the third angle. So it's very easy to know the third angle. 180 minus the sum of the other two angles, 62 plus 40, right? Okay, so I have here 180 minus 102, so the answer is 78 degrees. So here this specific angle which is required is what? 78 degrees. Okay, guys. Okay, if I have here another question, he gives me another question here. This is very important, guys. Okay, I have here, he asks me to find the YWZ. YWZ. This angle. I know from the previous example, it's 72 here, right? Okay, and it's 78, sorry, it's 78. We calculated this with 78. I want to write it, not to forget. 78 degrees, and I have this 12 degrees, 40 degrees. To know the third angle, I have to know two angles to know the third angles. So 78 plus 12, okay. Why do you say that? Because here, guys, when I say angle WYZ is equal to 78 degrees plus 12 degrees. This is degrees, okay, to give me 90 degrees. So I'm here having WYZ, this whole angle is 90 degree, and this whole angle 40 degree. So 90 plus 40 is 130 degrees, right? So the YWZ will be what? 180, yes, minus the sum of 90 and 40, which is 130 degrees, right? So it gives me what? 50 degrees. We have explained this a lot, and this is very important. Okay, the most important thing to know what's required, guys. Okay, another here example, and also this is important. The measure of one of the acute angles in a right triangle is 63.7 degrees. What's the measure of the other acute angle? Remember, how can we solve this, habibi? I have here a measure of angle A plus measure of angle B. Remember when I said to you measure of angle A plus measure of angle B equals 90 degree. Okay, the acute theorem, measure of angle A plus measure of angle, if you have here what? If you have here right angle triangle. Okay, focus with me. We have here, let's clear, we have here, want to draw it for you just to imagine, right angle triangle. This is 90 degrees, so the sum of the two angles, other angles must be what? The other two angles here must be equal 90 degrees. So I have here, let it be measure angle A and this is measure angle B, the sum of them 90 degree. Why, Miss Dina? So I have the total angle, the total measure of angles must be 180 degrees of any triangle. If this 90, so this plus this must give me 90 degree. I give you here one angle of the two acute angles, 63.7. So 63.7, let it be for angle A. Let's here angle A is 63.7. Measure of angle B I don't know. So here the sum of them 90 degree. So the measure of angle B 63.7 goes to the other side by negative. So 90 minus 63.7. So measure of angle B is what? 26.3. Very important also question. And it may come in the exam. Okay, this also, remember that I have here the exterior angle theorem. Remember the measure of exterior angle here, which is 4, is equal to what? Is equal to the sum of measure of angle 1 plus 2. Again, I have here exterior angle, which is measure of angle 4, is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles, which is 1 and 2. So measure of angle 4 equal measure of angle 1 plus 2. If I say measure of angle 4, I can say measure of angle 4 equal 1, for example, plus 3. So it will be wrong. It must be the remote, the far. 4 equal the measure of angle exterior must be equal to the sum of the far angles, not the near angle here. Okay, here for example, applying the exterior angle theorem, I have here measure of angle. I know it's given here this diagram and asks me to, very important to know the required. He asks me to find what? Here to find the measure of angle B. This angle. Okay, I know that I have the exterior angle theorem, which is what? Measure of angle BCD. Okay, let's clear and do it. I have measure of angle BCD. This angle, can you see this angle? Okay, again, this angle BCD, okay, is equal to what? This one is equal to the sum of measure of angle A plus measure of angle B. So I have here measure of angle A plus measure of angle B is equal to the exterior angle, which is DCB or BCD or DCB. It's the same angle. So let's solve for that. I have here the angles is given in what? In the form of expression. 5x minus 60 and 2x plus 3 and 15. So instead of measure of angle A, I will substitute the angle here given is 15 degree. And instead of angle B, which here this angle B, I will write the expression given, 2x plus 3. And instead of angle, the exterior angle here BCD, I will write the expression 5x minus 60. Okay, and solve here algebra. So I have here what? I have here 15 plus 2x plus 3, and I have here also x's. So I want to do what? To simplify to put the like terms together and do the and plus and minus then. So I have here 2x, okay, 15 plus 3 gives me 18, and I have here 5x minus 60. What should I do? Put the like terms together. Yeah, I mean the x's together and the numbers together. 2x, okay, well, and 5x. 2x goes to the other side by negative, so I have here 5x minus 2x, okay, and I have here what? I have here negative 60, the number goes to the other side, negative goes with positive, so I have here 60 plus 18. Okay, so 5x minus 2x gives me 3x, and I have 60 plus 18 gives me what? 6 plus 18, 78. I want to simplify. I want the value of x, so divided by 3, so x equal 26. Okay, guys, very important. He asks me the value of x, or he asks me for b. So here x, I told you 26, but he doesn't want x. He wants what? Measure of angle b. Measure of angle b, which is 2x plus 3 instead of x I put 26, so 26 times 2 all plus 3. Okay, 26 times 2 all plus 3. Miss Dina, I want to know here the measure of angle B, so I have to substitute in the expression of measure of angle B. This is the expression of measure of angle B. So 2 times 16 plus 3 gives you 55 degree. Okay guys, I have here this is very important too, guys. I want to enlarge it for you like this. So here he gives me two triangles, and he tells you that they are congruent triangles. This sign is for the congruency. Okay guys, when I say two triangles are congruent, this means what? This means that all the opposite here angles are congruent. Measure of angle A according to the order. Measure of angle A is congruent to measure of angle D. Measure of angle B is congruent to measure of angle E. Measure of angle C congruent to measure of angle F. Okay guys, and also the sides. When I say the side, the segment AB is congruent to segment DE. Segment AC congruent to DF. Okay, BC congruent to EF. Okay حبايبي. So I have here, what's the question? Find the value of x. Okay, now he asks me for the value of x. Can you see x? Yes, I have here 2x minus 2. 2x minus 2 is what? Is the length of AB segment. So AB segment, remember, AB segment here is what in the other side? AB segment, it's like DE segment. It's like this congruent to DE segment. DE segment is given 6. So this is 6 and AB is 2x minus 2. It's easy like this. Yes, 2x minus 2 equals 6. So here negative 2 goes to the other side by positive. So here 2x equal 6 plus 2. So it will be 8. So x equal 8. So x alone divided by 2 divided by 2, x equal 4. Okay guys, and he asks me for the value of x. Okay. Remember, if I say here, I want here the value of angle, I want to know the measure of angle, for example, or measure of angle E. Okay, if I ask you, what's the measure of angle E? Okay, so E here is congruent to B and B here is 53, so E must be 53. Okay guys, remember that. And here you are the properties of the congruent. As I told you, if I give you the triangles without here giving the shapes, I will say here for example in this one, if I say QR segment is congruent to what? XY according to the order of here the letters. Okay, remember that. Study well from the worksheets and you're gonna have the full mark inshallah. Best wishes. Thank you my dear students.